Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to Scrolls. Today we're going to get straight in and try and get a game. We're going to get a ranked match with our Bombard deck. I want to see what we can get. Now, what I also wanted to test, it says looking for a ranked match in the top there. Can we move to a deck builder? We can move to the deck builder. Okay, so we can do other things whilst we're waiting for a match. Let's check the store. Here we go. I recognise that one, and I recognise that one. Looking at the others, no, they're not interesting. So we've got a concentrate fire spell and a cannon automation that we can get for 500 each. We've got 2 days left on that, so I will try and earn enough gold to be able to get hold of them before next time. Hopefully we'd earn some gold from this match that's about to start. So what I'll do now is that this could take a little while for the match to come up, so I'll just pause the recording and I will see you when I've got the match. Right then, here we are, and this is actually me talking after I recorded this, and yes, everything in the background is going really fast here, and the reason for this is that this game was a particularly special one, and I've decided to do this instead. So here you can see the game starting, and everything is running in 10 times speed. Now towards the beginning here, we both built up our power. We're both using the same sort of decks, and we're both bashing each other about. And normally by this sort of time in a game, one person starts to get the upper hand and starts doing some damage. However, it was hanging out pretty even here at the moment. I managed to get both my iron golems out, but he ended up dispelling one and getting one out himself. And the game then from that point started to change a little bit. I started to get scrolls that weren't particularly useful for me, and my opponent here started getting the upper hand. And once he started getting the upper hand, it really started moving. Now here you can see we've got to the point in the game where he's starting to get the upper hand. We're on round 19. I've put my ether pump in there to try and dwindle them down a little bit, but just not quite doing it. He overcharges his iron golem and takes down his first totem, and at this point I'm thinking, oh, hang on a moment, I've defended well up until now, but I'm starting to struggle. With all these high powered things on the board, he's got 4 really high powered things on at the moment, and I've got not a lot. And all of a sudden, my next totem's down to 2. So I did have a bit of bad luck with the scrolls, and it did set me back a lot. I think this game is a little bit of luck and a lot of skill, but the luck wasn't with me at that point. So at this point, I'm just about thinking, you know, it's 27 rounds in. He's nearly got 2 of my idols. I haven't really touched his, and it wasn't going very well. But then things started to change a little bit. Things started to go. I kept pushing. I didn't give in. I kept trying to work with whatever I had. So I got rid of his golems, which he kept putting out. He must have had 3 in his deck, because the amount that he kept putting out there was quite a lot. And I kept holding on, and I kept standing up despite being on the bottom side there and losing quite a lot of my totems. It then, after a little while, so we're in around 34 now, starts to go a little wrong, because I get another spell of bad scrolls that don't really help me very much, and from that point he batters me down a bit, and pretty soon you're going to see him take out the next totem as well. So here we go. Is he going to do that now? Yep, there it is. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, probably not going to win, but let's carry on anyway, do the best I can. And he eventually gets that totem down to 2. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, it's got to be over now. But I push on, I hold on still, and the game then goes for quite a number of rounds, and we've just passed around round 43 when my totem went down to 2. But this is where I start turning it around. I keep pushing, and eventually I get the upper hand to the point where I've got good stuff on the board and he hasn't. And I start doing damage to his totems, and I keep wiping the board and getting rid of his good creatures. And I defend to the point where I actually start taking down some of his totems, and I don't know whether it was because I turned the game around and started battering him back, or whether the fact that this is now going on for about 45 minutes, but he surrenders and I get the victory. So after 45 minutes and well over 50 rounds, the game eventually ended with me being on having 2 totems down and 1 down to 2 health for a long time. So there you are, never give up on that. Well, I've been Master Hellish. This has been a bit of a different scrolled episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, goodbye.